Yes, we're cooking the ball
again! Andy.
Tired, boys.
What a weekend for Si. Win the league on the Saturday and then...
win the league.
Aye.
You fucked it straight away, man.
I thought you did.
We're in the playoffs.
Aye, so?
But
Celtic could still win the league. But
no, of course, but...
We won Wednesday, we win the league.
And then the cup.
Win the cup, we're brilliant.
Final next week.
Final next week.
You look pep, mate.
Like Pep.
How was the cup final?
Pep's your assistant. You see that? The creepy guy that sits next to me, that's me, mate.
How was the final?
We were brilliant for the first 45 minutes, mate. Genuinely fucking brilliant. Second 45, no great. We make a mistake, they play it. They get back in just before half time. So second half was a wee bit edgy, but Cammy goes and does brilliant for the penalty.
Were the boys there? Jude and that?
Frankie had a game, but Jude came.
See him put
Had
a wee
his tap off
selfie.
in that.
You see his wee picture?
I went to the dressing room, he's got his tap off, he's doing that, my wee boy.
See his picture did that?
The selfie on Instagram. He's some man, honestly.
He's the best ball boy in the world, isn't he?
Oh, he loves ball boys,
a
mate.
ball
He's
boy,
mad for
man.
boys. We had an hour and a half sleep before that game as well, mate.
Aye, I know.
Oh, mate.
Heavy weekend for you in general, wasn't it?
But I was still travelling.
Mate, star of the show. He's the only guy I know that goes away for one day, mate, and brings a suitcase you wouldn't even see on a family 2-week holiday, mate.
Mate,
The biggest
that needs
fucking
explained.
suitcase.
He's also the
Full of dildos.
He's also the only man that goes away for one day but ends up 2 days.
Literally, aye.
Well, let's go. You need to talk us through
See,
this.
listen, it wasn't a suitcase, was it? It was an extra large hold-all. See, one
Why?
of the
That's
real ones.
why.
I don't
Three
know.
suit jackets in
Well,
it.
you shared with him. Did you not have a look in it? Or was they
Three
taking
suit
it?
jackets he had, mate.
You were fucking one in the morning when you were using all my toiletries.
That is true. That is true.
Because I had lots of space for them.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
What was in it? Tell us everything that was in it.
just clobber. I didn't know what I was going to wear, so I had a couple of different outfits.
Fucking brilliant, man. He was superb, wasn't he?
So we get in at what, 4 o'clock?
4 in the morning, aye.
Bit for kebabs and that. And then get in at 4, had to be at 5:45. We got an Uber straight to that. I fell asleep the full Uber. What was it you were calling Brixton?
Brixton, mate. It was fucking amazing. We're in Brixton. That was mad.
Then we get to the airport about 20 minutes before the flight. They've got to check bags in, mate. I've obviously got this game, so I'm fucking panicking like fuck. You're just taking ages. I'm standing over waiting on you.
Mate, they were
Come
telling
on.
lies. The EasyJet, so Kirov said his suitcase with the cameras, you had yours with the... Maybe that was the problem with the dildos in his one.
I think it was the dildos.
So he's no way each other at this point?
No, actually, we were all away.
At this point?
No, but we're all away each other here. So we've travelled in the taxi to the airport, we're all away each other. So we then go and check to get the cases in. They started making lies up early doors though. Because they said we can't put, it's too late now to put your bags, so it's a half an hour. But we were there an hour before. So we caught them out, then we got the bags on. But then for whatever reason, me, St Kier, start to leave. And how were you still?
But we thought you were right behind us.
Aye.
No, so I think Keir checked his, he checked his in, and that was fine. And then
That's
obviously
how his dildos were alright in yours, wasn't it?
when I went to check mine in, they says, oh, you need to take that to oversized baggage. I says, why? It's fucking 5 kilos lighter than his.
No, but she says, no, I mean, you're oversized.
Oh, maybe I had to go in there, aye. And I was 25 minutes wait for the girl to come out and put my bag in. Then by the time I got up, they said I'd missed the bus. It takes you to the flight by 1 fucking minute.
Mate, see, when you missed that bus, we were in tears, man.
The bus just started driving out and they said, mate.
Did you see me walking in?
No, but the whole bus were laughing, weren't we? Because we had you on loudspeaker.
We heard you on loudspeaker, you're going up your
But mate, that was it. Do you know the worst thing about that is, and it was funny, right? But they're a disgrace, mate, because we sat in that plane for about an hour on the tarmac while...
waiting. And you're sitting there, you could have got on the flight, no problem.
But I had to buy the next flight as well.
So you never even just transferred you over?
No, I had to buy the next flight.
So you're the only guy to out of pocket to show London.
Then they had the cheek to say that they were going to have to charge me 50 so that I could check a bag on. I said, listen, you're taking the piss here. You're not getting that 50 quid. I'll pay the 110 for the flight. That's it, done. And I had an argument with the guy, and then I had to just let my bag on.
So what time did you get home?
This morning.
Do you know what?
Just got in.
See to me, right,
And
so
that's what he wore at the other
Straight
outfit.
here for the airport.
that
Is genuinely what he wore on the show's helmet.
was it? That was a black t-shirt, wasn't it?
Well, fucking not much.
It's a different shirt as well. Fucking hell.
You tell me you're a bit of Lando.
No, right, it gets worse, right? So that was the next flight was meant to take off at 1:30. Mate, it didn't take off to about 10 to 3. And then, as we're coming into land, the plane hits the tarmac and flies back up. They said, oh, there was something about a gust of wind that was too deep.
Think it was the dildos bouncing back up.
We're already landing, we're worried about the wind. So we had to fly back up, and we were circling for like 20-25 minutes as well.
No way.
Aye.
Oh, mate, that's the worst day ever, isn't it?
Shocking, honestly.
So what you doing today, just locking yourself in the room with the dildos?
Catch up with some sleep, I think.
Mate, it was outstanding went to the whole weekend.
Mate, we were sitting in the airport. Flight was at what time? 9 o'clock. So the five of us are just sitting. He goes, "Can I ask you a question?" And I was like, "What is it?" I thought it would be something about the show. He goes, "Does any of you know if Ian Durant's wife still works in the shop?" I was like, "What the fuck would I know?" And then he goes, "Can I ask you, does Billy Davis still live in South Nits Hill?"
Did anybody find that out? No.
The fuck? The Ian Durant's missus went absolutely folded me, mate.
Mate, honestly, gold.
But you said, but I'm not sure. And I was thinking back, it must have been about 30 years ago or something like that she worked there. Wasn't it? I don't know why the fuck I thought about her.
Wee windscreen, eh?
Oh, mate, we get a taxi. He gets in the front seat, mate, and the seat's so close to the windscreen. He jumps in. We were behind him and we were like, "Fuck's sake, Roscoe, put your seat forward." What was he called? The windscreen? Right windscreen.
His head was fucking past that bit.
You've got a video, haven't you?
I've got a best video for it.
Do you remember guys used to do mad raves back in the day? Have you seen him doing it?
I seen the.
He's a wee bit. Come on, get it for the viewers.
I need music, mate. That's fucking Big Dan Burns fucking stupid dance, isn't it?
Seen it on your Instagram or something.
Oh, mate, he's watching the press with his phone. Everything you're doing, mate, he's like with the camera. He Bill Leckie, innit?
So you can't call me Bill Leckie. Oh, mate, see the first tour of the show, what a laugh, man.
Amazing, mate.
First two, O'Hara was brilliant, wasn't he?
Mate, he was incredible. He actually is a really sound guy, mate, isn't he? I think people get the wrong end of the stick him the way he is on the show, but on the radio, sorry, but actually is a great guy.
My mate Sother said he was brilliant.
He was, mate. He played the villain, didn't he? He played the villain really well.
He doesn't get, do you know what I like about it? He does not give a fuck.
Aye.
Doesn't give a fuck.
Even with Spurs.
If you're playing that role and all, didn't you?
Of course.
But he's like that way even in talk sports with the Spurs players. I think Spurs don't know letting him in the games now.
No, he's bad for Spurs games. But it was funny, mate. See, when O'Hara first came in, it was like, the chat was fucking wild, mate. Then Martin O'Neill walked in, mate, and everybody was like that. Not a word was said, was it?
In that dressing room.
What about him when Martin O'Neill walked in? Martin O'Neill was standing there and Slaney was just standing behind him.
No, and then he went to shake his hand, and Martin O'Neill went like that, Jamie, and Slaney was like that. So that one. So Martin O'Neill was there, and he went, "How you doing?" And Martin just patted him, mate, and shook. Was it Jamie O'Hara's hand?
I stood behind him. Oh, mate, you're right though, the chat was, it was just wild. He comes in, went in, you went in your shell, didn't you?
Oh, he went in his shell big time.
I was a bit nervous with him at the start. But kept talking about fucking players that don't turn up to training all the time.
He was having a dig at you, wasn't he?
Aye.
But he was obsessed with the Rangers squad. And the Brighton and Forest squad. He kept asking what the Rangers squad and kept asking what the Brighton squad was.
He used to play with Forest.
Forest, the highlight.
Do you know when the show was starting to keep peeking through the curtain?
Did he?
When the show was going on, aye.
He was underneath the big screen, wasn't he? Like, just peeking through the wee bit, listening to everything. And the boys were panicking because
some of the things that you had to listen to that for. We were trying to get Pence to keep him in the dressing room for the first 30 minutes, mate. But he wanted to listen to the show, and I was like, "Oh."
Well, I turned round when the bit and you kept up about him like an arse. Martin O'Neill put you.
Surprised he's not just bolted straight away.
We thought that, mate. Because see, when we announced him, mate,
mate,
it took about 3 minutes to come on, and we were like, "He's definitely done it."
See, to be fair, I listened to the first 5 minutes and I was going to fuck off as well. I came out and they were talking about people licking my bumhole and stuff. I think, what have I done here?
Amazing. Big thanks to the fans that came on.
Oh, amazing.
Incredible effort.
Amazing, mate, innit? To the fact that we started all the years back at the Tenants and then new people are following us down London. Unreal.
And we're going to be going on the road again. You're coming this time, aren't you? Schedule permit.
He's a must. You're a must.
Some got no fans travelling down to London.
Oh, amazing, mate. Really was. And then we go up and met them after it. We drink with them and all that. Brilliant.
It was that wee bar after it.
Actually, that's a lovely wee touch for you, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
But then the only thing
is, he's a superstar, so you could have just thought, fuck yeah.
He didn't want to do it, but I said we need to do it.
Oh no.
You're really good. You're not usually good with stuff like that.
I hated it.
I'd have thought you'd have definitely taxi up the road straight away. Back
it's
to Glasgow.
It's the grabbing of the neck,
not even a hotel.
People are always grabbing your neck and pulling you about. I hate that, mate.
Aye.
See, after my Curry Soda episode last week, there's a guy standing speaking to me and he kept doing that with his drink and I was fucking... See my outfit all white, mate? I was like, please do not get any of this clays, mate, please. Must have knocked his drink on me about 20 times, mate, honestly.
Oh, mate.
I've got a few pet peeves, but nah.
What are you doing there? Pulling your dick out?
How brings that
Fucking
pocket?
10 pockets in these.
Free
You
pockets
got
in
anything
one.
this week? Was it while you've been away it's annoyed you, mate?
Aye, a day actually. I was at the petrol station the other day. Longest queue in the world. And for the first time in about 15 years, the person just thought they'd start checking my notes. They were like checking the banknotes. So it was the longest queue in the world. I've paid the cash and the big man's up to the light like that. I've turned around, there's about 12 people behind me. I was like, man. But obviously it was fuel, so it came to like 80 something pounds. So it was like 4 quid notes, he's checking them all. Was that, mate?
Who's checking 20s? He's at a 50 you're checking, but not a 20.
No, what?
Defo Celtic fan, innit? Tom Boyd down in the garage, innit?
Whistling his mate up. What that? You check that, no? Tell him
Can
check.
you have the pen it? No.
That's what I mean, but usually it's just that wee
A wee
pen.
pen,
You score it with the pen.
No, man. Checked every note I had. Checked
That
the
is
coins and
annoying.
all. Started tuning the coin. £3.
The chocolate coin. Got again, fans
Brilliant.
are on fire. Gary Miller, and it comes down to him waiting on his bag as well. How annoying was that? Get to London, need to wait on his bag coming up. We've all got hand luggage. That fucking carousel. So it's in line with that. Pet peeve when you go on holiday and you're waiting on your bags at the carousel and the full family and trolley stands right at the belt so nobody can get near.
Aye.
Stand back and let one person lift the fucking
Brilliant.
cake.
Good.
Or it's when your wee boys like, start sitting on it innit, and he's fucking thinking.
Trying to get your back.
Fuck, that was dead for you as a kid. Mate.
Oh, mate, they kept calling me that again, a wee nephew, didn't he?
You were like a wee nephew.
code?
Mate, he's like, my ears keep popping. I'm like, you're a 36-year-old man.
And he's got a sweetie.
Mate, that's what the aerostess had to go and get him a fucking smelling thing.
Mate, my ears were agony.
Kids,
See,
I
as
don't
soon
know
as
if
we
it was
got to
that
London
talk.
as well, mate, sun was shining. Right, desperate for food, he went. Slaney went. Just seen him walk to work. He came back with a big ice cream cone with raspberry sauce and that on it. Walking about London with an
matter
ice
with
cream
you?
cone.
Mate, that's alright. Fuck.
Guy,
Looking for a van.
Have we got one?
got a driving pet peeve that does my tits and it happens daily. This is for Daniel Watson. When there's a speed camera on a 30-mile-an-hour road and folks slow down to under 20 miles to go through it, just drive it fucking 30.
No,
mate.
love it.
But you go for like 45 all the way down to 25, so you just slam your brakes
Brakes
together.
on,
don't you?
but just
No,
drive
I
it.
love that.
Tell you why, just
Safety.
it's actually dangerous.
Do
Are
you,
you right?
do you slow down? Do you slow down or not if the speed camera's on the other side of the road?
Of course, slam the
so
brakes
they
on me.
are.
Have you been done a few times? You got points?
Mate, I had 9 points at one point.
Oh,
Like,
that's
it was
dangerous.
It was my first 2 years of driving. And I've not had a point since. So I've not had a point for the last 10 years.
Who do you think? Are you quite an angry driver?
No, no,
You're
at all.
no. You are. We
Oh,
man.
I'm the angriest driver in the world, mate.
Mate, Faddy's angry.
Right, but what in general or just driving?
In the motor, mate. I've seen him going
Driving's
for
when
a
he
few
comes
times.
down on it.
I seen you really angry in your motor once, but you're bent over it.
The van, you mean?
Your hands are on the bonnet. You were raging. Chris Thomas, pet peeve VSI, people who run down Byers Road on a fucking Sunday. Why would you run down the busiest road in Glasgow when there's 3 parks round about you? I
Great
totally
shout.
agree, mate.
Aye, that
Do you know what
doesn't
they want to
bother
do? Show people they're out running.
100%.
Running by just saying that.
Running by
Tap off.
heat popping in it. Just run up and down by Juicy's like 100 times.
But they take a tap off as soon as they get to Bars Road and then top on when they go back to
Go
Great
back
Western
up.
Road.
Aye, that's for sure.
What's your point? What's your take on running clubs? For or against? I like it.
It's
so-
actually good for dating.
How would you know?
Oh,
How do you so once and he thinks he knows about the dating world?
I'm just saying it's good for. I imagine it's good for dating, as in you're going there for a run, a wee coffee after. It's more natural rather than it's actually you're going for a date with somewhere else.
Only thing is, so see when you've been a run mate like, and you're speaking after it, you never know if you've got a
white
white
bits.
bit or a white head, because that always happens after a run to me.
You've got Druff.
Drift or something like that, and then that's not the situation you want to be in speaking to a bird.
No, I think it's more relaxed and more natural rather than if you get yourself dolled up, you need to go on a date, sit there, it's all the stupid questions running. Just
Dating?
natural. What?
Date then.
Exactly.
Join a running club.
Yes,
No.
you've got one, you can join that. It's up-
I
it's up
seen
to
that,
you.
aye, I maybe do that, aye.
You obviously, you've been going to a running club.
I've definitely not, mate.
Did you
Gym
not?
for me only. I don't agree with these people that run in the street, full stop.
Aye.
I don't know, mate. People watching you run. It's no fun
No,
me.
they're
nobody
not
comes and
watching
watch it. Nobody goes there, sees you running, come home and watch it.
I know, but he might.
Think they've got fans. The running clubs get fans. Season ticket for finishing running club.
No, but just people that drive past and that, fucking, it's not for me.
Right, okay. There you go. This is really good. I like this. For Graham Cox, Boys Who Screenshot podcast episode saying stuff like another brilliant episode. You've got loads of them cheerleaders.
Is that one of us that done that?
No, it's people that watch us that put their open goal up on their story.
No, but that's good for
I
us.
love it. I really like it. But the next one adds on to this, which is really good. Pet peeve: Keith from Shetland kidding on. He's showing us the podcast, but he's really letting us know the world. He's got a topper of a gaff. Rein it in, Keithy boy. He does. He sticks looking at it. He's like that, taking a picture of the podcast so he can get his full living room and into it. Good lad.
It's also about an inch of a telly. This is a view you've got.
What with the view, mate?
I know.
Incredible,
Did you
isn't it?
basically take a picture by folding doors and you're on the corner of it?
Cameron and Douglas, when people have Instagram name the football team they support, for example, Cameron 25 CFC, grow up you loser.
Aye.
What's your email address?
No, it's not it anymore.
What was it?
RFC.
Andy Halliday, RFC.
Would you, Andy?
I think I was like 14, mate.
I don't know if you will, so you don't need to hear. I'm not going to say it. Would you ever tell about the goldfish?
What?
Would you ever say the names of your goldfish you had?
I think he's told that.
No, there was no in the normal podcast.
A Gaza and Gio.
I've never heard
It's a
that.
wee guy, mate. I was like 26 and got 2 fish.
Gaza and Gio goldfish. I fucking brilliant.
Were you one of them that were you proper upset when the fish died?
No.
Nah.
No. I don't even think you even know, do you? But your mum or dad go in and see them upside down and just fucking put them down the toilet.
They don't last long, do they?
Fish get fucked in the toilet, didn't they?
Aye.
They don't last long at all.
I'm not going anywhere else.
This is the last one, it's my favourite one. By Gavin Hamilton. Pet peeve, mate. Tradesmen that walk about shops with their hard hats on. What they expecting a tin of beans to fall on their head.
That's brilliant. Fucking brilliant.
Tradesmen in general.
That you getting done.
They're just lazy, aren't they? They're lazy, aye.
Fuck this.
Tradesmen are lazy.
In what way?
I only use one. There you go.
Oh, do you the same
My
guy?
mate Scoot does everything.
Is he good?
Brilliant.
Is he
What?
but
This could cause a bit of
No, they are. I think they're really lazy.
the majority.
Aye, obviously I'm not labelling all of them, but a lot of them I've used are proper lazy, aye.
That one I've told. Did I tell it before when the guy was in my back garden and I came out to see what was going on and just went that
No.
in my back garden?
No.
Well, I'm standing talking. I was like, mate, go on, I'll spit in my back garden.
Mate, you
What
get slapped.
the fuck?
You get slapped a bit.
Anything else this week?
I tell you what though, I'd let them use my toilet. The fact he doesn't let them use their toilet is fucking mental.
Okay, I'd let him do a piss, but no, I'll take them before they shite in my toilet, lads.
No, I actually, do you know what, I'm with you there, I think.
People dashing your toilet, mate, fuck that. Stinking.
It would be
Mate,
stinking.
there's about 4 of them, imagine those are just cute inside your toilet. Alright, mate, just wait. Imagine you walked in, one of them was in your ensuite. The door open.
Bonnie Blue's house.
That's unreal.
Were you surveying at all, mate? Any surveys this week, mate?
Mate, after this actually I'm going down to Stranraer.
That's
That'll
Kev's
be it.
house.
Oh,
Yes.
Is it?
With Kev's. He's the only one that lives in Stranraer, surely.
he's
What you serving his house? The farm down in Stranraer?
I don't know, mate. There's a wee, it's like a muse house down in, is it Port Douglas?
Right.
That's Stranraer, isn't it?
Aye.
Down there after this, that'll be 2.5 hours or something like that, probably. Just trying to get a break, mate. I just want to go to bed.
You taking a case for it? Oh.
In the morning, mate.
2 cases for a night in Stranraer. For 2 hours in Stranraer.
2 different hard hats.
Do you wear the hard hat with the survey? I don't know why I'd love to see you.
High vis and a hard hat.
You're always, every room you go in though, don't you? You're always got the survey heat on. Even doing London, mate, every time we were going in somewhere, like, something alright there.
Suspended timber flare.
Mate, he was like that in the was in the it's funny, see when we got in the hotel room, he's like that with the was.
So he died.
And then he went down the reception like, who does your surveys in here? Try to get a job out of it. Remember your giant nose? What was that about?
See, before see
That's what his bag was full of tools, mate.
Try to get a job in Brixton.
Brixton.
What is that you put on the wall and it's like a red light that comes across?
laser beam. You measure it.
It's not called a laser beam.
They're class though, mate, because see when you're measuring things in the inside the houses, can I do it with tape measuring, mate? Because as soon as you walk to the other side, it just fucking pings back, doesn't it? Just bang.
Do you ever do that on your
laser
boys?
on the what?
Do you ever put it there on your boys and just let it go?
No, there is a video of that going about Instagram, isn't there? Some gullible guy with a tape measure.
Aye, they ping it.
Ping it, that's him in the boss.
No, what is that? What is that thing? Is that what it does? It measures the distance from there to there?
There's probably 2 different ones. There's one which obviously does measure distance, but I think for joiners and that, for a line, there's one that's actually got the red line all the way across. You know
And
what I
that's to get a straight line.
mean? Aye.
There you go. The sort of information you get on this show is incredible, isn't it? You should start up like a joinery podcast. Who was the wee guy? Wee Dom Littlewood, wee baldy guy, Cowboy Builders. You and him should do it.
Cowboy Build. I don't know anything about joinery, mate.
How good he start joining?
I think you'd be good at that.
How good is he?
You'd be naked on it.
The naked builder.
Just a hard hat and a pair of pants.
Yeah, you noticed, didn't you? How mad is he with numbers?
Oh, mate, it's crazy. We asked him mileage for Glasgow to London, mate. Pretty much got it spot on, didn't you?
I
You
got
did
it
get, but you said
after
taking 100 off it, and you were right.
How is that? Have you always been like that?
no,
Every
no,
journey you can see he's calculating that, isn't he?
I've just drove a lot of places. I've done a lot of mileage, haven't I? In the car.
What's
Drive
Glasgow to Aberdeen, Miles?
Don't know.
Oh, he's
That'll
fucked
be- I don't even think I've drove to Aberdeen, have I?
No, it's better with Glasgow English places.
Glasgow to Liverpool.
It's just
But
proves
calculate, Ross, you'll use the
it
way you
proves that
calculate.
he'll drive he's drove loads of places for his whole, hasn't he?
Oh, fuck, aye.
I don't even know.
Is it miles?
Would you rather a
I'd say
joinery
that
podcast or a travel podcast with him?
250 to 280 or something, maybe?
Oh,
216.
Is it?
what jinx went round there?
I've never been to Liverpool, never drove to Liverpool.
So you can only do London or Leeds.
Amazing. Right, I've tried to watch the games back today. I was so busy all weekend, so I've watched the games back today. I'm going to start with Rangers v Dundee. I said this about a month ago. You didn't get a boring game with Dundee, mate. I love them.
Aye, you said it did.
Fair play to them, mate. Like I've said on here before, how many teams have you seen at the bottom of the league just sitting in, being hard? They're going for it every game, and what a game of football, eh?
One of the best for a
That's
long
some
time.
game, aye.
Amazing, wasn't it?
Who was
Aye.
the better team? Did you watch the full thing?
Dundee were a better team first half, but that being said, Rangers still had loads of chances. Like, you know what, Dessler's had 12 shots in goal? You've been seen the full game, had you? Dessler's had 12 shots.
And what, bad
9 on
misses? Or?
target. Well, he had 3 1-on-1s in the first half alone. His goal was a 1-on-1. He had the goal that get chopped off for offside where he was 1-on-1. So 9 on target, so he's probably had 7 or 8 really good chances within the 12 shots.
Wow. What did the chances come for Rangers doing what?
Been quite direct either in the first phase or a couple where Hamza Egeman came into the pocket, they found him, he got turned and I think he slid Dessers to about 4 times at the chances, but Dundee were really good, mate. I can't remember the exact stat, but I seen it like the expected goals Dundee had was like 2.8 or something, which is really high in any game, never mind a game against Rangers. But it could have been 8 each, mate. Honestly, the chances both teams had. I'm saying about Dessers 1-on-1. Simon Murray hits the inside of the post at 3 each in the last minute.
What about Mulligan's run for it?
Aye, unbelievable.
Maradona, mate. What was
He's
it
a
like,
joke,
Gareth Bale?
honestly.
I know you said that years ago, remember it? Was it Peter Heath with you?
Scott Tiffany, what about Scott Tiffany's miss? You seen it this morning?
Post got to score.
What about your goal was brilliant too, wasn't it?
Great goal.
Finish.
But it could have been any score, mate.
See, the first goal, would you criticise that? I think he's tight enough. I think
Aye.
Simon Murray's unbelievable. Just
Great finish.
He's,
Brilliant
like,
finish,
but
aye.
he's really tight, and then the second goal, Butland should do better, shouldn't he?
What's he doing? He's had too many of them this season. It has actually got better since Fergie's came in. But he's your big player, one of your leaders in your team. He has to get the mistakes out. But I was going to ask you this way, Ross, this would be a good one for you. With obviously unbelievable sort of people say mentality for Rangers to come back. But does Fergie need to have more control in games?
Aye, but I don't think the team that they've got are built for that. I think they're good to most of their good performances this year and good results have came from a way that they've went and played where they're no dominating the ball. They're just going and pressing hard against teams. Celtic, Fenerbahce. I don't think Rangers have got the players that can go and dominate the big games.
Players are good enough to dominate against every team outside the Celtic.
Big games, I'm saying.
Right.
Different against.
Surely against a Dundee, you should be controlling the game.
You would think so, yeah. You would think so, but if they're obviously no used to doing it, are they? There's something. It's got to be a mindset thing there because there's no way that they can have some of the performances in the big games and then a lot of the, without being disrespectful, smaller games they're just no at it.
Is it the fact that they didn't control games why Dundee had, like you say, 8 chances?
Aye, that's definitely a big part of it. I do think I think the biggest credit I can give Barry Ferguson, obviously the comebacks and character or whatnot, but I think he's made changes within games that have affected games. So they start with the back three again. Straight away you're thinking you're not putting a back five against Dundee.
Dundee,
Do you know what I mean? I know it worked against Celtic, I know it worked in the Fenerbahce away game, but I was surprised that they stuck with that. But straight away changes back to a 4 at half time and they go for 3-1 to 4-3. Do you know what I mean? So although you could say it's his mistake initially, but we're playing a back five, but he's the one that's rectified it. He's changed that at half time and the subs made an impact again. So, but again, he even said that in his post-match interview. Still, Dundee shouldn't have the amount of chances they've got. Do you know what I mean? Scoring 3 goals, like that's 7 games he said that Rangers bad first, and they've been 2 goals down in 5 of them. But the 7, that's mental, mate.
Wow. And again, the difference between Celtic and Rangers, I watched Celtic before I watched the Rangers game this morning, and see the Celtic goals are back to you know what the goal is.
Yeah.
You know what goal's coming. You know the passage you play that's going to happen. See with Rangers, the goals it's so different. The goals, isn't it? Like takes a tav to hit one from the outside of the box or a lot. They've not got a set passage of play when they're attacking the areas of the pitch. Am I right in saying that?
Aye. The second and third goal are 2 wonder strikes, Tav and Lawrence. And the first and the last goal are poor from a Dundee perspective. Obviously, Shaughnessy scores the own goal that gets Rangers back into the game. And then the last one, it's just a straight direct ball for Tav, and is it the boy Donnelly gets caught under it?
Yeah.
And he's the one that ends up flicking it on. So, again, it's hard, isn't it? Because I think you do have to give them a lot of praise, because the fact that we said they've been 2 goals down in 5 of the games they've came back. The Killie game they've came back in the Dundee game, but I still think they've got a good bit to go.
How was Iggy, man?
He was
fluffy.
Aye.
He's not been great since Fergus came in.
Do you know what though? He could have had 4 assists. If Dessler scores the chances he has, he's walking off with 4 assists. But again, I still think he needs to do a wee bit more.
See the winning goal? Would that have been probably one of the ones you would expect Dessers to absolutely slash? I think it's a great finish. I think it's an unbelievable finish.
Yeah.
It's the only thing he could do to score.
Lawrence looked to me like he changed the game a wee bit when he came on as well. What's yours? I've never asked you. What's your take on Lawrence? He's a big player in the Championship, isn't he? Can you split opinion in the Rangers fans? Am I right in saying that?
I think even in the chat, he maybe had one season at Derby where he was like consistently good, but other than that, like a lot of the times he just went through a good spell and then he was fluffy and then a good spell. And you can't do that at Rangers, can you? If you're a starting player at Rangers, you need to be on it every single week. But I think he's a good player, mate. Technically very good. Got an eye for a goal. Hits the ball well. Takes it well. But just no consistently good enough for where Rangers want to be.
He is different for I think Rangers do need a player like that though, because he is different for asking after Mandy though, isn't he?
I like him because I watch a lot of teams these days and they pass, go to the side, come out, go out the other side. I like him because he'll just take it out his feet sometime and have a strike and he can hit it. Listen, I think he's a good player, but like I said, I just don't believe that he's consistently good enough for where Rangers want to be.
See on Rangers in general, like Rangers, Butland was getting goal kicks. What are Rangers doing under Ferguson? Do you see any change in that? Obviously under Clement it was to go forward quite quickly.
No, I thought that for 90 minutes it was a basketball game, mate. But again, a big part of that was Dundee being brave, Dundee's approach to the game as well. It was a very good game to watch. But I've not seen a huge difference.
And they want to win games consistently, so that's what they need, isn't it, Rangers?
Aye, you need to be defensively much better than what they are as well. Again, I'm a firm believer that I always think when you look at the SPL table at the end of the season, you look at the goals against column, most of the time it's in order. Do you know what I mean? The team that concedes at least finishes bottom of the league and concedes the most, is bottom of the league, and the team that concedes at least top of the league can't concede 3 goals, do you know what I mean? 2 against Kilmarnock, 2 against Motherwell, 2 against Fenerbahce, 2 against, I know Celtic and Fenerbahce are tough games, but they're still conceding a lot of goals, and that was with starting with a back 5, do you know what I mean? 3 centre halves. Do you think if you're changing it to a back 5 with 3 centre halves, it's to be a bit more solid? They concede 3 goals in the first half. 2 goals in the first half.
He has been good at that, hasn't he? Like changing his formation early doors, like in Seattle and then at half time against Dundee.
He actually done it in the Fenerbahce game. Sorry, no, you shout, keep going.
I was amazed he never made a change in the first half. Yilmaz, mate. We said Johnson was a 1 out of 10 Yilmaz was a 1 out of 10 at the weekend.
Well, just everything, Andy, aye?
Mate, I'll need to find the clip for you because you've not seen it. Twice he tried to cross it for 40 yards out and it went over the goal. Like over the bar. And then the next time we go to try to slide somebody down the line,
you know what that is? So as Billy Dodds taking him in the 49ers gear on, kicking the ball out of the bar, mate. Billy Dodds is cheering at him. He's getting 3 points.
You see, because of what Ferguson's
the owners all love that.
See, because what Ferguson's been doing, we were on the bus like that. He's getting dragged the next 5 minutes, and nice, he stayed on. But then he makes the 2 changes at half time.
But he done it. See Fergie done the change with Fenerbahce, the home where they were getting beat 2-0. He was playing for it at the back, and they actually went to the 4. Fenerbahce were coming right into the game. Well, they obviously were in the game 2-0, but it looked like they were going to go and win. Mourinho made a lot of subs that night, like good players to come on, and then Fergie went to the 4 and sort of balanced the game back again.
You're right, that was a good move. Yeah.
Aye, so he does notice that really well. But I think it'll just I think for Rangers, like the owners, they were really good in Europe under Clement. The Celtic teams were good. It's that for the other teams in the league that I think for a long time they've not had control of the game, and I think
that's why you need a top coach, mate. I know Billy Dodds has worked at Inverness and St Neil McCann's, but see, to play that style of football, I think you need a top coach, mate.
And obviously maybe need more time, but I just think that's the thing that they'll be looking at.
He has definitely changed the mentality. Would you go along with this point that they'd lost these games under Clement, Roscoe?
Yeah, I don't think they would have come back in the majority of them that they have. But listen, it's going to be, for me, it's going to be really interesting. I think I've said before, Rangers fans need to maybe get a wee bit realistic, thinking that these guys, the owners, are going to come in and splash the cash. I've seen them when they come in at Leeds. They didn't do it at Leeds at the start. And even to get promoted from the Championship, there's a guaranteed prize there of £250 million at least, and they're not doing it. So I don't see why they would come up to Rangers and start splashing the cash. That's why I said, now, I think results and performances like this yesterday from Rangers, Saturday from Rangers, will sort of affect that. But I said that I believed if Fergie won most of the games, didn't get beaten in the Old Firm games and get through against Fenerbahce, he'd be under serious consideration. But I think sort of performances like this, when they're conceding too many goals, too many chances, is going to put a dent in that for him. I can't see him getting the job now.
You go along with that, Andy? Winning games isn't enough. You need to win with a certain title.
I didn't think you get it anyway, to be fair. Again, I still think there's plenty of games he's got left to change. Well, no change my mind, but obviously make his case a lot stronger. I think if he goes through the Bilbao game, that gets to a Europa League semi-final. I think if he wins the Old Firm game at Ibrox and 8 domestic games left, and he goes and wins them, I think it's so hard not to give him the job. But as it stands, I'd be surprised. I'd be really surprised.
Bilbao played at the weekend, Paul George.
No.
Who was that with?
Osasuna. That's what worries me.
What, they win a great? That's what worries me.
I just think, see that title, the second leg's in Spain, innit?
Aye.
That's
many miles for Glasgow.
No doubt.
Wee Yilmaz gets a free child space as well, so they'll be saving money there.
I'm doing a surveyor there next week.
I know, but Osasuna went with the game plan to sit in and frustrating. Bilbao just kept it, so I thought Bilbao.
You've got the fear.
I didn't like it. Because of the last podcast I said Rangers are out.
And was this at Bilbao's home ground?
Aye.
Wow. If Osasuna could get a point,
but then a lot of
Rangers can get a point
there.
now.
I was playing, obviously, with a lot of the players were with Spain, with the Nations League, so maybe the players can get a bit tired, and I think they'll be fresh for that game.
That is the thing. See, with that 5 or 3, it's you need to pick the right games to play it, innit?
Mm-hmm.
But Van Bronckhorst
but then do you also want to get a wee bit of consistency in your team selection? It's a tough one, isn't it?
The boy I do with me is really good.
For Dundee, for Burnley.
He's brilliant. I mentioned him last week.
He's really good, but Mulligan, mate. Mulligan's. Is he signed the contract at Dundee yet?
I think so.
Celtic and Rangers should be gone for him. Both.
Puts a lot, didn't he? His time at Peterhead, didn't he? Have you seen?
I've heard his interview.
Speaking about
Dale Lyle, when it took him.
Dale took him. Well, lads, I'm delighted to say that once again the podcast is brought to us by Huel and their Ready to Drink Black Edition. Not only are they helping to support the podcast, lads, they're also giving our viewers a sensational offer. Tell the people at home what it is, Andy boy.
Well, lads, if new customers visit huel.com/opengoal and use our code OpenGoal at checkout, you'll get £10 off your first order and a free gift.
Wow.
It's fair to say as well, lads, we've been enjoying it. We've been getting tucked right in over the last few weeks.
I can't get enough of them, lads. Every time I come in here, I'm raiding that fridge because it's full of them now. It's no full anymore, the amount I've taken. It's a taste for me, lads. The taste is absolutely amazing. I love the iced coffee one, but I must say the strawberry banana is the favourite for me.
You do like that one.
I love it, mate. See, the big thing for me though, Andy boy, it's a perfectly balanced meal, especially when you've not got the time to go and prep for breakfast, lunch or dinner.
Because you're usually cooking loads of
that. As you know, mate. We were having it down in London at the weekend, Si, weren't we?
Yeah, we were, Paul. Obviously, we were rushing about at the airport early doors, between trains, cars after that. But we had the Huel Black Edition for our lunch before the show, and that sorted us right out.
Of course it did.
You're spot on, Si, and that's why I've been drinking them all the time, because it's a proper healthy meal. I've got the coach's gear on, I'm going straight there after the podcast today, like you, no get time to go and cook because we cook all the time. So it's a perfect balanced, healthy meal for me. Not just that, lads. We've talked about the taste. Taste is sensational, but it's also got vitamin C, B12. So I tell you what, it helps your immune system as well. We're starting to get the weather, so we don't even need the vitamin D. Forget about vitamin D, we've got vitamin C, B12, that's exactly what we need.
Incredible.
Well, Andy boy, it also has 35 grams of protein and 26 vitamins and minerals, which we need, Si, after the amount of workouts we're doing in the gym.
Absolutely, and not only that, it's low in sugar as well. Add to it, it's also very affordable, so you don't need to break the bank to go and get one.
I'm going to need to go for it, lads. It's been staring me right in the face since we
Right.
started this.
They'll
I'm going to go
Crack
for
it
it,
open,
sorry.
Paul, crack it
Sorry.
open. Don't just take our word for it, get yours now with the Huel special new customer offer. Just visit huel.com/open goal today and use our code open goal and you'll get £10 off your first order and a free gift, lads. Sensational. Paul, what's the verdict?
Magic.
Yeah!
Go on, Huel.
Dundee, like, do you see enough that you think they could stay up? Do they maybe need to change their approach in the fact that they are just going for every game?
It'd be interesting to see what that actually does to them as a team if they.
But see,
if
you're a
they
player,
didn't play
you're
again.
buzzing like the manager's fucking
That's a great
bleeding
team
us
to
that we
play
can
in. Aye.
go and take Rangers on. We're doing in this position.
We had it, I think, my second season at Motherwell when Matt McGee came in. We went from being.
Dave's voice, please, just got it.
It's amazing
voice.
in the show.
Big dingus.
So Dave, what he said to you is in that voice. Go.
I'll need to have a. I'll come back to that one. I'll need to have a think of what he said. But we done it. We went from being super defensive under Maurice Malpass, nearly getting relegated. Then Matt McGee came in, and where we just became this possession, forward-thinking team, didn't we? You came in at the tail end of that, didn't you?
That changed it.
That's what changed his mind, hasn't it? I've got this young
We've
kid.
got players now that can do it.
And did you stay up?
Finished third, mate.
Wow.
Finished third, and it was pretty, in the end, pretty easy. Finished third.
I think if Dundee are scoring, playing like that and scoring as many of that against Rangers, I think he can't change. I
But
know
the
it's
flip side is, Paul, they're also conceding loads of goals as well. Because they are so attacking, I think.
have to just keep doing what you're doing.
Could have been about 8 each and all. They'll be sick, mate, that they've not took something at that game. 3-1 up. Again, Tiffany's chance. Murray hits the inside of the post, 3 each in the last minute. It's like they'll not believe that they've ended up not taking any points for the game.
Again, how are you watched the game? How are Dundee conceding their chances? What is it that's happening? Is it usually too many men at the pitch? Or?
I suppose that there is individual errors within it. Shaughnessy says obviously scores your own goal, but it's a good ball. It's in a dangerous area. I think you want your centre half to try and affect that ball. But again, I think the fourth one, I think the boy Donnelly, I think at that stage of the game, just a straight ball for Tav. Obviously getting caught under it and then flicks it through for Dessers. But I think even then, like, you're always taught, aren't you, for a centre, especially if you're playing that back three, that you need to expect the worst. You need to expect that he doesn't win that ball. Nobody's even covering that. Dessers ends up obviously through on goal 1-1. But again, like you said, they're creating chances as well. So it's do you change to go that ultra defensive sort of style, and then you take away Simon Murray's 20 goals or whatever it is, and the 30 you've got up front.
I hope they stay up Dundee. I think they've been a good. I know they've not got the results, but I think they've been a good watch this year. I've said it before. Any game I watch, I really enjoy it.
And sometimes when you get a team like when you're doing the bottom, you sort of look if they're lacking confidence. They don't at all.
Still so tight, mate.
How would you feel after a game like that? Would you be obviously you'd be scunnered, but would you also think we're going toe to toe with Rangers? Like we should have enough to stay up here.
I think they're sick.
Still sick, yeah.
Aye. 3-1 up, mate. 20 minutes to go.
Is it the sort of result that could like dent the confidence going into the rest of the season?
I think the opposite. I actually think a game like that where you took on Rangers and scored that many goals, had that many chances, that you would get, right after it, you'd be sick, but I think getting into the next sort of few games you'd have a lot of confidence.
I think they've got St Mirren next. St Mirren at home next.
Fuck, they're flying.
St Mirren at home or Dundee at home?
Dundee's at home.
What a game.
St Mirren at home's like playing Real Madrid at home just now, mate. Isn't it? Fucking so hard to play.
Can I just, sorry, on you go.
No, on you go.
No, see on, can I ask you about the owners? Somebody told me if Leeds don't go up to Premier League, they can't buy Rangers. Is that right?
No idea.
Any idea of that, Roscoe?
He's got info. Wait till you hear this. He's got inside info on this.
No, I'm afraid I haven't, mate. Sorry. I
It's a
don't know. I wouldn't have thought so. I wouldn't have thought that they would have went this deep into talks.
I think because they thought they were getting promoted or something.
Nah, but listen, there's no guarantee of anybody getting promoted for the Championship. Leeds blew up last year, this stage of the season as well.
Doing it again?
If you could say something to the Leeds players in the dressing room, what would you say?
Get rid of the goalie.
Oh, smelly. Yeah. Is he going to save the fucking ball or what?
See, to be fair, right, I know the mistakes that he's made, people do jump down his throat with him, but he has won Leeds quite a good few
Must
points
get him
this year.
tickets, he must.
Nah, he does.
But no, I can agree with you. It gets to a point where just move it. But what I will say is probably the reason why he's not been took out of the team is the people, the backup keepers are not of a standard that's going to.
Well, the 49ers are fucked up, aren't they?
Do you know? Did you see the players' reaction when the last one went in or not? They're straight to him like that, fucking gone mental. They go, yeah, so they're sick of him now.
Has the Leeds board asked you any advice on any players again, or?
Again?
Did you not say the board asked you about a player or something?
No, I said last year, said to a couple of people in the club that they should go and get.
That's right, that's what it was.
Who was it? Kiefer Moore.
Kiefer Moore, big
Something
striker,
completely different for the last 6 months of the season. He ended up going to Ipswich and get promoted.
Wow.
So
There
you've
you go.
called
So you
it.
should be head of recruitment, you said.
Think
Either
so, yeah, I'm
Rangers
available.
next year.
I'll get up the surveys for that, no
You
problem.
man in the white van. Bring the new players in the back of the white van, innit? Right, you get. If you could say any of these players right now in that dressing room, because I watch this, what would you say?
Good question. One that I wasn't expecting.
And Mark McGee's voice.
And Matt McGee's voice.
Did it in Mark McGee's voice.
Just keep it going, boys. The tide will turn, don't worry about it.
Were you surprised when Mark McGee said he wanted to get naked or not? At Dundee.
Do you remember that? It was free. What was it? It was free.
He was going to sit in a house when the heating on.
Aye.
in
To
the
get
week.
naked.
Is he? I didn't hear that.
I thought you'd be doing it with him.
You're spotted.
You're naked in the brain, aren't you, man?
Oh,
Everybody's naked in his
The
life.
questions. See on the train when we get after the flight, even in the airport, but see when we got the train from the airport to the city, the questions he was asking him were fucking ridiculous, man.
Oh, but see, I don't know where you found that. Did you hear about the headline? But it was when I was asleep in it wasn't even a nightclub, it was fucking somewhere in Magaluf. It was just a sofa, basically. But somebody had reported underneath it that I was offering girls 20 grand to lick my arsehole. And
What, in the paper?
they've found it online, mate, and I walked out and it was up on the big screen, me asleep, with that underneath it.
What? Was that actually a headline?
Headline in the paper.
That must have been a Daily Star, had to be.
Wasn't it 20k? Was it much was it again?
20k.
No, but much did you actually offer?
No, I didn't offer. Apparently, I asked somebody if they lick my arsehole, give them 20 grand. Right, that's shite, mate.
Right, Paul, 3-0 for Celtic. Hearts looked like it started well with their high press, but once Celtic scored the first, quite easy for them.
Aye, they've maybe Hearts. I think Hearts probably would have done it anyway, but obviously watching how Rangers done it, they went with the same approach.
What was the difference in Hearts press and Rangers press?
That's what my pay grade, son.
Hearts pressing the goalie, mate.
Oh, that's what it was.
What? Kettlewell and Naismith are actually
So you
spotted.
hate so it's
Shanks is, see if you're that sitter and you're marking Cal McGregor, as soon as you press the goalie, that's going there, and you're at the game.
so as you would you never press a goalkeeper?
No, against that, a team like Celtic, I wouldn't press the goalie.
because they're going,
Remember when Celtic done it to Dortmund as well?
that's right.
Do you think they only done it because it wasn't Casper Schmeichel?
Maybe that's a good point,
no,
Roscoe.
so
Maybe
good,
they thought
no.
put the boy under pressure.
So I think against Casper, there's no
Just
chance.
can't, see if Celtic are building it. The one player you can't come off is McGregor.
That's what happened for the goal.
That's what happened with the goal.
It's a great ball though with Sloop.
Sloop,
The first time pass from the corner at McGregor. That's brilliant.
Great
That
goal.
was the difference, wasn't it? That's a brilliant goal.
And then what's what we talk about? See, after you've beat the press, because we're quite bad for it, he's we talk about it. Once you've beat the press, do not come back and let them come press
no.
you again. Forward runs,
Yeah.
McGregor plays, Maeda through, great goal.
Not to be up our arses, but remember last week when we were talking about the Old Firm game where like Engel's not being proactive in his movement? That was McGregor running off the back of the guy that's man-marking him to run forward and take him away.
Well, Rodgers actually did say, he said we've been working a lot in training and analysis, as in with the Rangers game, how to sort of, when we beat that press, no just maybe side passes, we have to go forward a lot quicker, which they've done, and then after that goal. But I don't think Celtic had a chance before that. I think Hearts actually did start really well. Made us just I was reading 4 goals he's away from beating Kyogo's all-time
I know.
tally at Celtic.
It's not even as much as that, is it?
I
Is
think
it
34 Kyogo got his on 30.
Mate, he's incredible, made that, isn't he? He really is.
Yeah.
He's actually better up front. Who was it said? One of you said that,
He's better front.
isn't he?
Aye, 'cause he's not got time to think about things.
But he's an unbelievable finisher. He really is. But that Celtic were much better at that with a team pressing. Sometimes I think maybe it's been questioned a wee bit when they get pressed. They maybe it's too slow or whatever they struggle with. But at the weekend they were
Do
outstanding.
you think he is an unbelievable finisher? Maida?
Aye.
I think he's a good finisher. Do you know?
Do you?
You know now?
Not
I
over.
can't remember I can't remember many chances he's missed. You got
Just
one for us?
The type of finishes Roscoe, he's good in the air. He's good. The one v Bruges at home was unbelievable, where he's cut in front and whipped it far corner. He's got a lot of different types of finishing. You don't seem keen on him, mate.
No, it's not. Listen, he's an unbelievable player, somebody that you want in your team. But I mean, like, as an out and out finisher and that, I don't think he's like technically like that.
Really?
Aye.
No, I think he's a good finisher. What do you think?
I don't think he's an unbelievable finisher. That's what you said, didn't you? I don't think he's an unbelievable finisher, no. But I think he's a brilliant goal scorer. I know that sounds stupid, but I look at Alfredo Morelos, who was a brilliant goal scorer, but wasn't he an unbelievable finisher? So it made us... a finisher for me is left foot, right foot, outside the box, inside the box, at angles. Like, made us out of his 30 goals.
He scores a lot with his feet.
Unbelievable, just attacking the box and getting that sort of cut back.
Just like his goal against Dundee, maybe chipped the goalie not against Dundee.
Chipped the goalie, the 1v Bruges when he's cut in for the left was outstanding. Yeah. And he whipped it. He's good in the air as well, he's good when he hit, but I know what you mean, he's unbelievable attacking that box into and getting into the areas there.
But he doesn't miss a lot, does he miss a lot of chances? I can't remember many he's missed.
The Bayern Munich one away is massive. He takes it early, didn't he?
Oh, that's right.
The bar,
he goes to the bar.
Was it the bar, wasn't it?
Aye.
Did you like that Hearts? The Hearts had. I've seen critics get criticised. Hearts had to go and play like that after the Rangers game. They had to go and press Celtic out the pitch.
They had Wilson misses a massive chance to get him back into the game. Big header. I don't know if he gets caught in two minds with that one. Did you see it? Where he's sort of.
I think you've got to score that.
No, you've got to 100%. It's a sitter.
Was that our boy Penrice that puts it on his nut? Wasn't it?
Aye.
But there's a few times he did. I think. I don't know if the highlights actually showed you. I was watching Mirren, and there's a few times where they have won the ball before the goals. Yeah. Where they've won the ball and they could have. I mean, they just didn't obviously make the most of it. But that's where it does work. Just sitting in for me, I don't like it. You have to go for it.
A few creative chances of Hearts created in the first half, that doesn't make Neil Critchley's game plan wrong, does it?
No.
If Celtic go and score 3 goals, Hearts have got to score. The Wilson 100%. One, Shacklin's is a big chance, Nielsen's a good chance.
Actually, that's not down to the approach. No. The approach, I like the approach.
You see what Celtic do when they do lose the ball in the areas of the pitch, which St Johnstone didn't do, we're going to come to, they react so quickly, mate. See when they lose the ball, Brendan Rodgers loves it, the counter press, didn't he? They get it back so quick, whereas you watch St Johnstone, mate, when they give the ball away, mate, just back off. 20 yards for your goal, you need to get to the ball as quickly as possible. That's the difference. When Celtic do lose the balls in the area against Hearts, they're very good at reacting to get it back quickly. Maeda's your player here.
Aye, easy, aye.
For a country mile.
Kuhn must be fuming. He was
he had it, but he fell off it. He was looked good. He looked better on the weekend. But Kuhn for the first sort of 5-6 months, definitely.
I think it's impossible for anyone to overtake Maeda now.
Nah, he's
impossible.
Even if Kuhn had a big run or somebody else, you're right, Maeda's won it.
Any other contenders? No, we're saying Maeda clearly, but who else deserves mentions?
Well, who's your shortlist?
Shortlist. Raskin, I think Raskin, for a Rangers point of view, maybe didn't start slow, like, didn't have the chance, but he's come in, he's been outstanding.
Penrice
has been magnificent. Just trying to think for the league.
I think
Nicky Cadden, he's been outstanding.
Yeah,
there will be more. Sorry, just
Triantis for me.
Triantis as well.
I think Maeda, Kuhn, Triantis and Dalby are the 4.
Triantis,
Dalby, that's it. I forgot his name there. I was trying to think it. Dalby, I like him.
Could change, to be fair, but I think right now that's 4 for me.
He's kind of fell off a wee bit, Dalby, isn't he?
Dundee and
Rangers wasn't he? But he's fell off a wee bit.
I think he's still 13. I think that's Maeda 15 now for the top goal scorer.
Do you think Celtic will go out and buy us? Because obviously Rodgers in January said he wanted to get a striker in, but then with Ida no playing, Maeda's your main striker now. Will you go out and?
I don't think I would, mate. Maeda's never injured, mate. Like, what are you bringing a third choice striker? Who's going to
come in that? Aye.
I'd bring in more wingers. I'd get another winger, a top quality winger in, mate.
I also think, what's the point of like Johnny Kenny must be thinking, what am I doing? Do you know what I mean?
Aye.
If I go loan to Shamrock, score 20 goals in 6 months, I come back to saying a third choice striker. I think Rodgers always says he wants a young boy to be a young academy player to be his third choice striker. I think you've got one, haven't you? So I'm probably more leaning the same as you. I think you bring in another winger, try and compete in that area of the pitch.
Number six for me.
Definitely a 6.
Got to. But even if
physical presence 6.
Even if he's I don't know. No, it doesn't need to be. No, but I just think a number 6 coming in, it's going to be hard to attract a good one because the club captain plays there. But if you can get someone and sort of drip him into the team so that when Callum's ready to go, he's just straight in, seamless. But I think that's a big position for Celtic.
Because
Because Engels, by the way, he's no a 6. No
Are you just basing that on that one game? Fuck, could he?
No, I've seen him sort of. I don't like the way he drops in to get the ball and stuff. And like you said about it there, one of the big things when McGregor's in the team is, all right, if someone's on him, he'll just go and make runs and take my away and all that. Whereas Engels, he'll go and if he doesn't get it, he just
stands mark.
Aye, can't do that.
Roscoe Faddy was saying in the Cooper show that if you were Lennon Miller, if he was the one Celtic were looking to come in and sort of take care of Cal McGregor eventually, Faddy said that if you were Lennon Miller, you wouldn't make that move to Celtic. You maybe go elsewhere or whatever. Do you think that would you do that if you were Lennon Miller?
Listen, it's going to depend what offers are on the table for him, innit? I don't see why not. Because I believe if McGregor's not ready to go, I believe that Lennon Miller could get in one of the other two places. So he will get enough games at Celtic. I don't know. I don't really see him as a sitting number 6. Obviously, you know better, but what do you think?
I think he can do a bit more than just that, but I think Cal McGregor can as well, can't he? I think even as a 6, Cal McGregor still gets forward. I think he's just scored about 7 or 8 goals this year, Cal McGregor. But I'd be amazed if Lennon done that.
Aye.
He's somebody who wants to play every minute, every game.
Aye.
So I think if it was between a Celtic and somebody in Serie A, I think he would go to a town club.
There is a lot of similarities with McGregor and Miller, isn't there? Because he, like you said, there was you see similarities in their play, but also the fact that McGregor was a more attacking player, wasn't he, when he first went to North County, scored goals, but
never
I think Lennon's, and it's not because Cal McGregor doesn't, but I think Lennon's got a long range, like a different range of passing. You never really see Cal McGregor switching the player that day, but what I think Cal McGregor's got that Lennon's no is that burst, that change of direction with the ball. Do you know what I mean? I think he's an actual really good dribble with the ball, Cal McGregor as well.
Yeah,
he played wide when we were, he played 10, I played wide, aye. So he's got that.
That Notts County team that he was on loan, it was him and Grealish, the two of them a different class, weren't they?
Posey as well.
He get player of the year, didn't he,
Posey in
McGregor?
that team, huh?
Posey get player of the year?
No,
You always
McGregor.
say to me off camera, you never thought McGregor did anywhere near what he's done.
No.
I'm only joking, you did. That's the one.
No way. He was always a top player, but to go in and be as that sort of sitter and the captain, that's incredible. Really is.
The Roski played again.
He was good in the ball.
Aye, was good. He passed through it. Was it Engels? He wrapped it through.
I thought the thing with the Rockies not being obviously had time is because of that other side of the game that Rodgers wants to play that way, but he looked if he could fucking handle it perfectly fine.
Well, can I ask you a question then for a Celtic point of view?
Depending on what it is, because I feel that you do something a wee bit.
So why has Brendan Rodgers just never gave us boy a chance? Because even when he was playing at the start, it looked alright, didn't he? It's not as if he was poor.
Does he maybe want a left footer that side? Well, obviously Scales, he likes that left sider, or then he brought Trusty in.
I think he's looked alright, hasn't he? Anytime he's played.
No, definitely, Andy. I just think maybe for that left foot, he maybe prefer that. Fuck me, taking marbles it.
Do you prefer him to Trusty and Scales?
Well, I did say in the January window I would have been looking at other centre half. I think I'm not overly keen on both of them. I think they're decent. I think they're decent enough, the two, but I don't think any of them really took that place. And I think it left it open for another centre half. I would have thought in January potentially looking at that.
Can you go and buy a fifth centre back on big money and big wages again, and to have 5 centre backs?
I think
no long after playing 6 for
Trusty.
your
I think
man.
to get stronger and get better, I think that's a position I would look to strengthen. That
Scales just signed a new deal as well, didn't he?
Welsh as well. Did Welsh is
No,
still there,
they're
isn't he?
loan in it, aye.
No, but I mean, he's still...
Aye, he's still there. It would be just for me. I think, and I think that none of Trusty or Skills, I don't think any of them have really grabbed that place. It's something. It's a position. Maybe no Rocky, if he gets games and time, I don't know, to develop, he may be that one. But I think it's a place in the team where I think Celtic will be looking at.
What about a goalie? Would you get a goalie now that Schmeichel's going to be at long term?
Need to see this boy, I think, first. And it's that slow. Fucking hard to say his name.
He needs to start doing these goal kicks differently, doesn't he?
Aye, definitely.
Is it time, Andy?
No, is it fuck? I'm not doing that.
People have said there should be one.
I know when I've rinsed the arse out of someone, I've been doing it for 8 years.
Cheers everybody up, mate. Come on.
I was disappointed that you
didn't
didn't
do it
show us
London.
the Martin O'Neill jumps. I thought you were going to...
Bungy's a Martin O'Neill jump.
I don't know how to do it.
You do.
Mate, he was at Martin O'Neill's arse.
Are you?
Martin O'Neill. He thought he was on a
could tell.
Celtic podcast, mate.
I knew you'd be like
Gets
that.
carried away, man.
You disgust me, to be honest with you.
Do you know when I woke up? Do you know when you wake up after like a night out or a show or something? Had the ultimate fear for that.
I kept doing it as well. Martin O'Neill.
Martin O'Neill did that at one point to me though.
Maybe.
And I thought, I'm doing it for you. But then the worst was when I done it, I heard somebody shouting, "This isn't a Celtic
podcast."
I went, oh no.
Did
Just
they?
because see if it was a Rangers, I'd do the same as a Rangers manager there. I would.
No, you would.
But
Started singing it with
You'd be
4-leaf
singing
clover on my breast and a green and white. That's what he was singing when he was walking on. I heard him.
No, I didn't. Mate, it got really fiery. It'll come out fiery debate with O'Hara because he's been hammer and Ange, and then Martin O'Neill came out and gave a wee bit as well about the
really
opposite.
Right, just lastly on Hearts, lads, they're currently sitting in 6th, 1 point ahead of St Mirren and Motherwell. Who's the favourite for that final top 6 spot? Hearts play Dundee United at home. Motherwell are away at Killie.
Hearts.
Motherwell are away at who?
Killie away,
That's
Hearts
mad
at
how
home.
that's been written. Oh, Hearts play Dundee United home, then Motherwell away, sorry, and Motherwell play Killie away, Hearts at home.
I think Hearts.
St Mirren play Dundee away, County home. I think St Mirren.
Need a table up just so I don't make an arse it.
No, it's
Another
a
week I
point.
make
It's a point.
Motherwell play Killie away, Hearts.
Hearts are ahead of us and St Mirren with a point.
Hearts have got it.
I don't know, that last game
So
is going to be big,
you
innit?
mean Hearts must drop
Nah,
points?
huge,
then?
aye.
Could be winner
Dundee
takes
United at
all.
home.
Nah,
No, you're right, Hearts.
Hearts have got it.
Uh-huh.
I think we
You've got hard games, mate, haven't you?
I think we've had hard games, but I still think we've got
Controversial.
a chance. But obviously it's in Hearts' hand, innit? I felt as if it would have been massive if we could have got something at the weekend there against Aberdeen, then you've got it in your hands. But still tight.
We are going to come to that game, but lads, the today's show is once again brought to you by our partners at the Clubhouse Glasgow. Sensational sports bar venue at the top of Princess Square.
But we're going to be there Wednesday.
Yes, we are, mate.
Merseyside Derby, we'll be there for a wee Q&A.
You have the wee Scouse accent?
No, Simon.
Come on, just come on.
Can I do
The wee
Scouse?
Scouse accent, you're promoting the Clubhouse here.
Oh, fucking hell, Ross, go. You get a Scouse because you've been doing side. You've played with, you've all played with Scousers, I've not played with Scousers, so.
You know the mileage, come on,
Come on,
110
Roscoe.
miles, come on, get it.
I've honestly no got Scouse.
Are you watching that at the City as ours? Liverpool programme on BBC iPlayer? Oh, mate, watch it, it's
Good.
incredible. It's so good.
So 7:45, obviously, is a kick-off.
Why don't you do that in the Scouse accent?
No, I can't do all that piss. Honestly, I get all flaffled in that.
Flaffled.
But pre-match side Q&A, ask us anything you want. So make sure, listen, get yourself to Clubhouse Wednesday, see the boys, what a game, Merseyside Derby. Wow, unbelievable. Get yourself there.
No better place to watch the games in the Clubhouse.
No, amazing.
That pint of Cruz Campo. Keep thinking about it.
What did you drink down there,
Cruz
London?
Campo.
Cruz Campo, mate.
Do you like it out the bottle though? It's not the same at the bottle, I know. It's got to be that glass.
Really, into my beer now, mate.
Disagree.
Disagree what, with me?
You know.
No, Andy. I'm genuinely, I've always been like a vodka spirit man, but I'm more now, maybe with the older I'm sort of settling for beer now.
The lagers. You
Lager.
were going for it and
Were you?
it wasn't even that steaming as well. You must have had about, what, 20 pints?
20 pints and then finish with 5 vodka.
Mate, what about him on the karaoke? Only guy that goes up for a karaoke, mate, right? Can't I see the words? Just stands, mate.
Mate, keep going like that.
Anyone else
Start
would
that
just
again.
go like that. Nah, fuck. But he just stands for the full song, mate.
Would you
Just say the
want
words.
me to do? Though? Just walk off the stage?
Ah,
Oh, what did you
mate,
not
you were
say?
just standing there with a mic in your hand.
No, I knew some of the words, but then the rest of the words.
He'd
I
sing
didn't.
like one word
But
and then he
two-
wouldn't sing for another 2 minutes.
But then you could have done 2 minutes, was it?
Aye.
Mate, honestly, it was the most bizarre thing I've ever
Start it, he gets to start it again.
Simon Murray.
You singing karaoke is one of the most bizarre things I've ever
I
seen.
know,
You
mate.
just stood on the stage.
What was the song again?
What was it?
I'm Alive.
Celine Dion, I'm alive.
Aye.
Gaze it out, Claude.
No, but I fucking
Ah, no, it's-
didn't know the words in it.
Set
No,
my
long.
heart on fire.
Yeah, you're class at that, to be fair.
Thanks, mate.
You
you
used to
sing?
sing it.
I think I sang it, huh? Did you sing?
Andy, I schooled him at pool and all. Schooled him a few weeks ago and schooled him
Do you know
again.
what?
Champ.
Low block,
See,
mate,
on
he's a
that-
low block pool player.
It's horrible. See when you get down and you've got one ball left and he's still got all his balls, snookering you constantly,
Ah,
mate.
mate. You get
Proud
the
of
game
yourself?
stopped, to be honest.
See, he looks at me as if I'm a bit of shite. So.
Proud of yourself playing like that?
Aye, I enjoy it. Listen, it's all about winning for me. All about it, no matter what sport you play.
He wasn't even looking at the pot, but I want to know he's walking up to the table and knowing fine well what was going to
As
happen.
soon as I'll not go for anybody that plays me pool, I'll never go for a pot until you're doing one ball left, and then that's when I'll start cleaning up. And I've been successful
Okay,
doing it. I've been successful doing it, so you can't say it.
Low blocks pool, mate. It's
I feel my
embarrassing.
personal life's been getting really too much on this show recently.
Oh, right. Is it you had a bit of backlash?
Aye,
Uh,
too much personal.
have you had it? Is it drought a week now, or is it anything else happened in between?
Still going on.
We man's fucked for another 2 years.
That is him taking a 2-year rest.
Shattered, man.
Taking a year off. Amazing. Right, Dundee United all but secured their place after 1-0 against Ross County on Sunday. Great first season back in the league for Jim Gooden and Dundee United. That.
Amazing, mate. The signings, Baboons came trapping on, have been outstanding. Mate, the first 3 months, wasn't it? Everybody just said to him, but no, what a job, mate. I think we said at the start, his recruitment was excellent. I think he changed formation at the start as well.
Yeah.
To the free. Obviously no easy doing that if you've not really worked on it, what you're used to. Now they've been brilliant, mate. They really have.
Well, the one that I really like is Tony Watt mentioned him on here, Ross Graham.
Brilliant, mate.
He looks like a really good player, Ross Graham.
To me, the bigger clubs will be looking at him.
I think so.
He's that type.
Lefty, am I right in saying he's a lefty as well?
Yeah. Excellent, mate.
6'2"
Been really impressed with him. I've been impressed with him
lefty.
since he came into Dundee United for a young kid. Been amazing.
What have they been like to play against this year? And what sort of team have they been when you've played them?
We've played them 4 times and beat them 3, so
Wow.
we've had a decent reckoning, but they've all been quite tight games, to be fair. But again, they're very, very good at getting the ball wide and crossing into the box, because you've got Dalby up there who's 6'3". He's been brilliant from target player, but they commit a lot of bodies into the box as well, so it's not even just for direct for crosses. Second phase, his long throws. They're the best long throw team in the world. But they've been good. I think that is them secure top 6.
I think it all but secured.
I think it's still quite close, but I think they've been brilliant for a long period of time. So fair play to them.
Fair play to Jim Goodwin as well, because he had his ups and downs in management, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's been class. Do you think Dundee United will be able to keep Dalby?
No.
No?
Do you? I think.
Well, I didn't until we started talking about figures and wages in the Scottish Premiership. Now,
I do think they'll be alright, mate, but I just think of a Hearts,
They're decent fee,
Hibs,
I'd imagine,
Aberdeen. I think they
They
type of
probably need to be a
clubs will
decent fee as well, wouldn't it, to get them for Wrexham, I'd imagine.
Well, Wrexham didn't need dough, mate, do you know what I mean?
yeah, but aye,
We're
mate.
definitely going to try, I'd imagine.
Do you think they sort of teams will be in for him as well? Your Aberdeens, Hibs,
Aye.
Hearts.
100%.
People hate when you say your Aberdeens, your Hibs, your Hearts.
Why though?
No.
Fucking
just get annoyed
Nick
over it, innit?
Pickety all the time.
Pickety?
Everything you're saying these days have to own you. You're saying it this way, you're saying it this way. People keep saying you're saying Vickers for Carter Vickers. Rap saying that.
Brickers, you keep saying.
No, but I.
Cal Mack.
Did you used to call your hard on a bricker when you were younger?
No. It's always a hard one.
Brickers.
Did you call it a bricker?
That's
never heard
a
that.
Dundee thing.
I think it is a Dundee thing. We used to call it a bricker.
Never.
He's got a bricker.
A stoner, we said a stoner.
Stoner, bricker's brilliant.
He's got a stoner in his pants.
Amazing. Great link to our new sponsors, Be Inspired.
Stoner, sorry boy.
No, I've got the gym range on.
The cacksack. Rob Douglas, come on.
Rob Douglas.
Come on, side. Didn't Be Inspired. Come on.
No, tuck your bricker up when you're doing it. So this is in the gym range, mate.
Right, Andy boy, the new kit has landed at Be Inspired HQ, and you do not want to miss out. This collection features fresh colourways in their icon style, the Diallo, and all new hoodies and tees in their latest release, the Barella.
Barella sounds tremendous, doesn't it?
It's a good name, man. You can shop the collection now online at beinspiredclothing.com and in-store at Glasgow St Enoch's, Dundee Overgate. They've got a brand new shop at Silverburn, not far for you get yourself in.
Fuck, I wish I opened a few weeks ago when I had to go to the one in St Enoch Centre. I had the Diallo hoodie.
You had the Diallo hoodie.
You liked that, didn't you?
Nice, aye, nice.
Aye, you liked
That was nice.
Well, I've went for you've got the gym gear, I went with the hoodie and the wee black trousers there. If you're
Mate, I'm going to say, you really suit Be Inspired gear.
I know, I'd like them to maybe give me the role for them.
Sponsor you individually.
I like the hoodie's really
Where
nice.
would you wear that? You could wear it anywhere.
Date?
The running club?
Yeah, after, I wouldn't obviously wear it.
Running club? Coffee after?
Yeah,
Andy,
it's good,
brilliant,
Andy,
mate.
your
Superb,
head's
brilliant.
working well. Where else would you wear it?
Well,
Or just activity, what other activities?
I know you've got me thinking.
Low block pool?
I guess it's just up for a game of pool. You're not wearing that at pool. You could wear it at pool, obviously, but it's a bit higher than that fucking pool. I'm just keep shouting.
Would you wear it in the swimming pool? You drown that
On the pool?
on the pool, in the pool.
Playing pool?
Just keep shouting pool, man.
And just so our go listeners, we're giving you 10% off your first online purchase. Simply use code POOL. So go check out. It's our way of saying thanks for tuning in. The link to score yourself some new gear is available in our video description. Right, on to the Motherwell game. And
Oh, brilliant. Well,
do you know what I loved about your first goal?
That.
Because we were talking, is it Cooper you were talking about wingers, Harry Payton for the goal. I've
Brilliant,
seen
mate.
so many times that I go back, pass the ball back away, goes at his man, puts across into the box.
And get in at the back post or
Numbers
get
in it.
into the areas. So many wide players I mean, Roscoe, you'll know the same when you're growing up, and you as well, because you played wide. Even for a young age, you're always getting told, get into the back post, get in there. There's so many wide players still to this day, mate, if you watch, they don't go in. They stand outside, just get in there. It was brilliant. It's a great goal for you, mate.
Is that something he, again, just to get a wee insight, that was Peyton playing on the left, or did you just find himself in the area?
No, he was playing on the left.
And is that an information for the manager, like when the ball's out there, let's finish with someone, didn't want to be turning back, want to get across into the box for a shot?
He actually always talks about the wing back being the one that attacks the back post. But I think Tom actually does, but Slats just comes for a bit deeper and just attacks it. It's a great header as well, to be fair.
Great header.
I'd need to ask him, but I can't imagine Slats has scored many headers in his career.
How were you at that stage in the game, Andy? He was quite comfortable.
It was a pretty even start in terms of the first 5 minutes, whenever it was we scored, but to be fair, Aberdeen were good, mate. Aberdeen were a better team for sure. What kind of shocked us is we'd watched them all week, how they built the game, and we'd set up all week to press them a certain way, but they were direct. And that kind of, no, spooked us is the wrong word, but because we committed so many players forward to press them, they went with a kind of front four and just beat our press and went long. So it forced us to kind of run back most of the time to sort of compete for setting balls or whatnot. And it wasn't until half time till we kind of changed the way we pressed that we ended up getting back into the game. And
again, that's good management for Jimmy Taylor, isn't it?
Definitely.
Probably looked at Motherwell, how they pressed the last.
That's why we always say about how you need to be adaptable as a team. If you play the same way every single week,
predictable.
Other managers aren't stupid. They're going to watch it. They're going to plan for it, and obviously we plan for them to play a certain way because that's what they've done for the most part. But no, they would step out with the back four, and then they would just kind of clip it into Nisbet or Gea, whoever it may be, and just commit bodies forward.
I'm surprised he never gets sent half again.
Bad tackle on
Andy. Mate, I thought
it. Celtic supporter, isn't he, again? Big man like that.
Fucking it took about 5 seconds. Yeah.
Was it a bad? I couldn't get it on the highlights.
Personally, I thought it was a red card. I'm not just because it's you, because you could see he was annoyed he didn't get the free kick in the first place, so he stood up obviously raging, and then I thought it was a dangerous tackle, mate. I really did.
That is a red card,
I thought it was a red. I'm surprised it wasn't. I mean,
did it not go to?
No, it did. It went over.
You'd like to them be willing to get back in his
chair.
In his chair again. I mean, he seems to do it every month when he wants to answer these questions. But good to answer that, man.
Aberdeen were good though.
Who was who was good for Aberdeen? Sorry, at the new signings.
The right back Jensen, really good. And to be fair, you need to be if you're keeping Nicky Devlin out the team, don't you? Because Nicky Devlin's been excellent for Aberdeen for the last 2 years.
I think he's good enough.
I don't think he should play right back, left back.
He was really good.
Anyone else on the day? Nisbet looks like he is finding his form again.
Clarkson was good.
Well, I mean, I love the corner. I love it. Love the corner. It's brilliant.
What a play!
Did you again? Good to get a wee insight. Did you look at Aberdeen's corner and had they done that previously, that corner, or was it mere putting the ball in?
I know they'd done it where they kind of set up where if they get two in the goal, then they're going short. But they kind of the ones that we've watched is like they'll go short to that guy who pops it back and then they cross it. Do you know what I mean?
And they pulled it back.
But they've obviously pulled it back to the edge of the box.
He's great at that, Clarkson, isn't he? See coming onto that ball and hitting it first time. He's so good. He's got such a lovely striker.
Great finish.
I called it earlier on.
Keskin is good as well.
Keskin, yeah.
I mean, honestly, I thought with Clarkson early in the season, I thought they needed that type of player to play more regular. So creative, mate.
Well, I think he's better deeper.
So do I.
Because I think at the start of the season he was kind of playing. He was the one that would play off a striker. I think he's better deeper to get on it. He's got a good range of passing. He wants to take the ball all the time. He wants to play. So I think it suits him.
Roscoe, what do you think Nisbet as a striker?
I think he's decent. People talking about him Scotland scoring and stuff, I don't think he's at that level. Even if he keeps scoring, I don't think he's a better player than Shea Adams. I think he gets criticised a fair bit, Shea Adams. I just think it's that end bit of his game that lets him down, he's finishing. But no, I said it even last year as well when it came to Kevin Nisbet. I'd take Shankland all day.
I was just going to ask you, Nisbet or Shankland? Go Shankland.
All day long, Shankland.
What do you think Shankland's better than Nisbet?
Everything.
Right.
Everything. I don't think Shanks gets a lot of credit for actually how good his link-up playing that is. You bounce it into him and that sticks more often than not. And obviously he's finishing, he gets a chance, he'll take it. Maybe the only thing that Nisbet's probably got over Shankland's probably pace, I would say. He's maybe a little bit quicker. I think he's a decent player in this bit, but not one that if I've been a Scotland fan or whatever, I would think would go and be a striker at a major tournament.
Where are you sitting at Shankland Nisbet? I'd go Shankland as well, I think.
Shankland, aye.
Aye, Shankland. But it's great to see Nisbet back. He did look, if he was lacking confidence. I think it was even a few months ago, he was missing a few chances. And then he got his goal. I think it was Dunfermline, was it? In the cup. Where he missed a chance and it looked like his confidence was all gone. Then he scores, and then since then he's just went on, and then the goal at the weekend's outstanding.
First goal's good as well, you see this good, isn't it?
Outstanding, honestly, it's great.
Is the second take a wee nick, did you say?
Aye, deflects off Dan's back, aye. But it's still a good strike, you know what I mean?
But he looked like he was dropping in quite a lot. Was that what role he plays at Aberdeen?
It was him and Pape Gay, they kind of just...
Spell it.
Aye, but usually he's been playing 10 for weeks.
Yeah.
It's been the boy Daba, is it? The boy Daba has been playing up front, or Soccer, whoever it is, and this has been the one in behind. I'm the same, I don't think... I would be amazed if he was leading the line for Scotland.
Can he?
Aye. Well, Che Adams scored 10 in Serie A. You think that's shit?
Doesn't count. He'll be taking off his career. At the end of his career, he'll be taking off.
You stitch him up
My
with
favourite part of this year stuff.
He's killing you.
I couldn't ever fuck.
Are you
He's going to come for his Italian people.
Scouts
I'd rather Italian people than Scottish people, mate.
They had scouts at your game against
Game at the
Bournemouth.
weekend. I've tried to sign 10 of our players in the summer. Try to get the boys on freeze at the end of the summer.
You're looking at Archie's then. Third place. Aberdeen or Hibs?
Hibs.
Roscoe.
Aye, Hibs for me.
Hibs.
Think Aberdeen.
Tell you why. Just to be different.
Aye. No, I don't know. Do you know what? It's for me, it's a toss of a coin. You seem very confident that it will be Hibs. I think
Hibs are unbeaten 15.
I know it is incredible, mate. It really is.
I think if they two play, which they will play each other after the split. It's at Easter Road and all.
I seen a debate online. David Gray, if they finish third manager of the year.
No, well, Brendan Rodgers wins the treble, he'll get that, won't he?
Aye. You need to
But then your second one would probably be David Gray, wouldn't it?
Aye. I think even if Hibs finish first in third, and Rodgers Disney wins the Scottish Cup, I think it's a decent
good
debate,
shout.
decent argument. But I
Mate,
think they'll
thinking
win
of
the
the
treble
start
and
as well.
Rodgers will win it.
Taking the start into consideration as well.
I know.
Yeah, but it was him who was still the manager for that
I
start.
know, but he had a lot to put up with the previous regime, man. And he's done it. He changed as well, didn't he?
Aye.
Yeah, it changed.
They've got a good squad, Hibs,
They do.
haven't they? See, they put Hoylett's goal at the weekend.
Some
Right,
goal, mate.
Not mate.
See if you're St Johnstone, right, you go like, see Junior Hoylett, lads, by the way. He's fucking played in the Premier League, right? And he's done it for 20 years. He cuts in and puts the ball in the top corner of his right. See anywhere about the box, get to the ball quick.
But mate, this is a thing.
Oh
I'm
my
actually
God.
meant to do a big piece on this, or a big segment on this. See the amount of players now. Midfielders are getting the ball 25 yards for a goal and nobody closes them down. I've seen it all year.
Madness.
I don't know what it is, mate.
Tell you the weekend was St Mirren. Boy, Muns, he's got a really good left foot, by the way. So see anywhere about the box, you're going to get to the ball.
Mate, and is it O'Hara's goal? He takes 1, 2, sets himself and then shoots, and there's nobody there. There's so, I don't know. See, when I've been going to Celtic games, I've been watching it, and teams are obviously sitting in. So it's almost like they're happy for you to have the ball. But Callum McGregor, I think, scored 7 or 8. When he's got it and nobody's going to press him or going to stop that shot, I can't work it out.
But this is the thing, everyone's looking at St John's going, they're getting beat out of time because they're playing it
Bollocks.
through the back. It's a load of shite. It's a reaction to playing it through the back that's killing them.
And
Boy
he's
loses the ball and just stands, get to the ball.
And as well, so people say when you're playing out, oh, that's because you played out there. It's maybe the decision making.
They get out, so you get the second one, they actually get out, they're through the press.
Yeah.
But the sitter takes too long and the ball just pop into his 8 and they're attacking him 3v3 at the top end of the pitch.
Aye, so it's no playing, it's the decision making within that. Do you know what I mean? So it's a lazy argument when people just say, oh, just change your style.
But Hibs, so when did they play Aberdeen?
And all shot will be after the split.
After this, but it'll be at Easter Road, won't it?
Aye, it'll be Easter Road. The last one was at POTY, aye.
Hibs have done
Bowie, love him as well.
Brighton
Aye,
playing,
he's
mate.
good.
I love the squad, mate, I really do.
Yeah, it's a strong squad, isn't it?
But Triantis been excellent this year, hasn't he?
It's how he loves them, don't you?
I really like him. And who was it that told us? Was it the Caddens? He was actually started as a centre back.
Aye, centre half.
Centre half. He looks like he's played midfield all his life, doesn't he?
Aye.
So athletic, isn't he?
Because he's another one that likes to dribble with the ball at times to the middle of the pitch, doesn't he? So again, you associate that more with a centre mid that can do it than a centre half. But I think he's got all the attributes: big, athletic, composed on the ball. He's added goals and assists his game this year as well. Because last year, last year I don't know what the numbers were, but they wouldn't have been great. But he's created some amount of chance for Hibs in this wee run. I think he's been really good.
What do Hibs need in the summer?
By the way, sorry, see you're talking about Nicky Carden. Quite rightly so, he's been brilliant, mate. Jordan Beat is very good, I know.
Aye.
That's who's keeping out the team.
He was a wing. Did you play against him when he was down in England? He was a left winger at Reading.
He was good at Reading, wasn't he?
Aye, he was class, mate.
And also who got on was the legendary Dwight Gale. He got on at the weekend as well. So
His last season, mate. Be emotional.
Same Dwight Gale missed his chance against Manchester City. That one.
Mate, that was
Peace, Bruce,
that was planned. That with Bruce.
Brucey's had a shocker there, hasn't he?
Mate, Brucey's told that guy to ask him that question because it was too much of a planned answer. He's went right back to a chance he's missed.
Is that the legendary Dwight Gale?
What's the thing you said at the press?
Bottom lip was going to start
That was decent.
What did they say at the press conference again?
How's the bacon, did you say? I love that, mate.
That's the best.
It's fucking so good, isn't it? Where the Hibs need, if they were to challenge the big two, where Hibs need to
You've
get
just said it there, Dwight Gale
striker.
leaving in the summer, isn't he? I think they need a...
He's not really played a lot,
striker.
has he, Dwight Gale? It's more Martin Boyle and the boy Bowie's came in.
Martin Boyle's maybe talking about going to the A-League as well, isn't he? So two of them could be gone.
See the league.
See that?
Somebody's been 30 million for
The Australian A-League better than Serie A.
Where anywhere else on the pitch? I know they have shored up the defence, but you couldn't get another centre half just in case Rocky has one of these bad spells now.
I think they're always about, aren't they?
Keeper?
Maybe, but he's done well, Smith, since he's came in.
No,
Hasn't he?
it's still a goalie for me.
Still a better goalie.
Aye. He has done well, but I still think it's in the area of the pitch you'll do something.
No. I think it's hard when you look at that squad that they've got. You'd have to obviously wait to the summer if any of them, all the other Gale's gone. I think you need to wait to see what happens there. But
I do think St Johnstone will finish bottom now, do you?
Yeah.
What's that points? Is that like 5? Is it? No, it's closer than tighter than that.
Killie are 6 ahead of St Johnstone, Dundee are 5 ahead of St
no,
Johnstone.
I think they're down. I think it's, I mean, you hear a lot of people saying like Valakari needs to change his style. I think it's more quality. I went to the Livingston game Andy with him in the cup. I watched them that night, and I thought they really lacked quality. For me, it'd be more that than the actual style of play.
But I think where they have been, I could be wrong in saying this, but I think they are decent against teams that are round about them. I think they've battered Dundee a couple of times in terms of performance-wise, innit? So I think as long as you're in touching distance coming to that bottom 6, there's still a chance that you could stay up now.
They could go and win 3-4 of them games. Gives them a right chance.
Yeah.
The split will be very good this year because I think it's so close. Like the third, 4th and 5th, the European spots. Again, that bottom 2 going to the split as well. I think there's going to be so many big games. But again, it's going to be difficult for them, innit? So what's 5 points?
Yeah.
It's still 8 games to go, aye. So 7
and then when you beat
games
one
to
of
go.
them, it's almost like 6 points, isn't it?
That is. 6 pointer. Richard Keys, Richard Keys loved that, and it's a 6 point. It's fucking August, Richard, man. It started. How good was St Mirren at the weekend? Performance of the week, St Mirren.
Amazing, mate. I said that, let's start, St Mirren have been excellent, but I can't get away from what's happened to Kilmarnock this year. I said that a few months ago on the show about the amount of chances, the amount of goals they're conceding. It's crazy to be watching a Derek McKinnon side. Now, I know Stuart Finley's he was on the bench at the weekend, so he's been out for 5 months. That's massive for them, but I can't work out what has happened to them this year.
Because that is the thing you would associate with Dell's teams. One thing you get is they'll be fucking hard, they'll work hard. They'll do the basics of the game really well, but the amount of times, like simple things, like St Mirren were just throwing balls into strikers' feet in the box. Like that wouldn't happen usually against a Dell team.
Gave nothing away. I don't know, because was it when Ian McCall was on, and he was obviously in Stuart Finley being a big miss, but it's just the basic things. Runners going into the box, they're getting up so many chances. It's quite worrying for Kilmarnock, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely. And because, like we say, you know that Dundee are playing well. It's not like Dundee are playing well. Dundee are actually playing well. But I expect Dundee to pick up points for the end of the season. But you look at Killie and you think, are Killie playing well?
Dale and Tony Dalton on a 2-2 for the game again.
They'll finish with the exact same number of points and goals, and the league will be fucked. What do we do?
100%.
But from it's St Mirren, incredible, mate. It really was. What a job he's done there. Roscoe, you worked under him, didn't you?
Aye. But listen, he was very... I was only with him for a short period of time actually at Motherwell, but in terms of how he went about it, mate, he left no stone unturned. No stone. Did I say it right? No stone.
You did.
No, you did.
Did I? Well, you know what I mean anyway. And he was constantly on the boys about standards and getting better, and
love it.
Relentless he was. So it's not really a surprise to see what he's doing.
Did he take everything at Motherwell?
Yeah, he was basically everything, mate. I done all the coaching, all the sessions.
The surveys.
Even if aye, mate, he done everything. He was really hands on. Basically, I think was it Keith Lasley was his assistant.
Yeah.
Assistant, I think, at Motherwell. He wasn't really involved too much, but he was pretty full on.
Again, standouts: Boydmans, John, Declan John, left back.
Brilliant.
A younger.
I noticed Mandon, obviously,
pulled
within
it
the
right.
highlights, Mandon was causing a bit of bother, but St Mirren they're so hard to play
You see
against.
it all the
mate.
time,
So
Andy.
Kilmarnock, to be honest with you, I know they've not been recently, but we've had four games against Killie this year that have been so tight every game, tough games. But St Mirren for me are...
You see
The
it all the
Cadden
time.
said it, didn't it? It's the hardest. They think that's
So
one of the
hard to
hardest
play.
fixtures away at St Mirren.
Everybody, mate, everybody that's come on the show, Andy, you've said that a lot as well. Like,
They are just really listen, whether you don't like it or you do like it, they're so direct, so physical, put bodies into the box, crosses into the box, everything's flipped in behind you, and never mind being a centre half, even as a midfielder or you don't want to be running back to your own goal, and they just force you to run back to your own goal all the time because you just sort of flip it in there. So they've done really well, and again they were two years in a row getting the top six. It looked for a long period of time as if they wouldn't get top six this year, but they put themselves in a position.
Done a great job there, isn't it?
They has.
Done such a good job.
they don't have a big budget, will they, St Mirren?
No, I don't think so. That's what I was going to ask you. Do you think there'll come a time where he thinks I need to go somewhere with bigger budgets to go and...
I don't think there'll be many managers in Scotland that probably deserves a club higher up, probably more than him for what he's done at St Mirren and Motherwell. But whether that chance comes or not, I don't know, because like you just said there might be owners who look at his style of play and stuff, so that might go against them.
Yeah.
Did you know this time last year, this is mental the turnaround, I said not one St Mirren player would get in the Kilmarnock team. Now, it did cause a bit of debate, but people would maybe go, but why reason? Imagine saying that now.
I know, but at that stage of the season you were right, I think. But I
I
know
just-
it's crazy to think the turn.
Incredible, mate.
Do you think any Killie players would get in the St Mirren team now?
No, not one. That's something up to a pundit, isn't it? Anything's happening, like, I'll just say what's happening. Oh, I can't rubbish, wee man. This could be the last season. I don't know how I can keep going. I don't.
It was funny to see the CBC always smiling on the pitch. That's the first time I think I've ever seen
he
him
kept
smile.
laughing, didn't
He was
he?
like that. He actually didn't know how to smile. He was like that.
He kept laughing when they were scoring at the end.
He felt so awkward laughing on the side because he's usually so angry with it, isn't he? Alright, last wee bit, lads. Great debut for your mate, Victor Wanyama.
Oh,
What's he doing? What is he doing?
I've not seen it, mate. What's
He
happened?
loses the ball and he just tries to grab it. He's on the deck, he tries to fucking hit the ball with his hand.
Oh.
They're two done, the game's done.
Wow, man.
Big Vic.
It's an unreal signing as in who he is, but it's a bizarre signing though,
That
isn't
is mad.
What age is he?
33.
Is he only 33?
33,
it? Same age as me.
Is he?
Fuck, that's an incredible signing at 33.
I don't know some. I
What age was he at Celtic? What age was he
Alright.
at Celtic? 20 or something then?
Did we not check that last week when it was linked? I'm sure it was
91.
33.
Where's he from? Where's Wanyama from?
Kenya.
How many miles Glasgow to Kenya?
33.
33, mate.
But I don't. I was reading something the other
But
day.
he'll be suspended, sorry, to interrupt, he'll be
No, no.
suspended for 3 games now,
That's it
so
done.
he'll be the fucking...
What
He'll get a game at the end of the season.
What a signing.
£3 a week in Dunfermline.
What a signing it
20
was.
minutes you play.
But that league's brilliant though. I've honestly loved that league this season.
Yeah, it's been
really have. The 3 going for the league, and then obviously Livi, but I know it was the brilliant they won the cup yesterday. What a day! East Kilbride winning it, Livi winning the
Aye,
cup.
huge.
I would love to see.
I'd have loved to have played Livi in that final, mate. I'd have loved to have played them, man.
Oh,
It would have been
that'd
good.
be a
Part
good
beat us
game,
extra
yeah,
time, didn't
that'd
it? I'd have loved to have
that'd
got
be
to
a
play
grand
them.
game.
Where was the game at?
Falkirk.
Falkirk.
Loved that.
That pitch is amazing.
Aston, oh,
I
he's
know
the
that,
best team.
so,
He's the best team ever, Nasto.
We beat every team in
Do you
Serie
think-
A.
I've got to say, I think you'd win Serie A. aye.
Twin Serie A.
Do you think, Andy, do you think Livi can go up?
Aye,
Yes, mate.
I think they can.
I don't think...
I think
they're
whoever
finished
finishes, I think whoever finishes second bottom in the SPL will be the favourites. But I fancy Livi over any of the other playoff teams in the champ.
I think more than ever now, Andy. I think everybody always says it's got to go to a 16-team league. I'm just looking at the 3 that now just come to mind: Livi, Falkirk, Ayr. Be brilliant, mate.
Partick.
Be brilliant if they're in the league. It really would. There's your 4 there. They would bring so much to it. They've been outstanding this season. I just think the time now is probably to do it. If
But
he's,
I think, for what I hear, it'll never get done.
will it no, mate?
No.
Is it because is it the big riding Big riding. Big riding. How can I lead on to that? How have they two words? What was I meaning to say? I was going to say the big riding factor.
That's good. That is good.
The big riding factor, but I didn't know what else.
Overriding factor. Right.
Overriding factor. I know the big ride.
Started thinking about it.
Big ride.
The big bricker factor.
The wee man's last show. It'll be
Mate,
fucking
just get back in real talk.
What a last show it's been, man.
Have you ever had an absolute shocker on any debut?
MK Dons, aye.
Talk us through it.
It's awful. Took fish oil the night before.
Fish oil?
It's good for you.
Omega-3 Omega-3, and I took, because I'd been out for a year and a half, so I'd only trained once, so I hadn't, and Carl Robinson saying you're going to be starting them. It was our reserve game to see if I'd play at the weekend. I was like, I can't play. I'm no fitness. So the night before, went to Boots, bought 2 big tubs of the fish oil, and took so many tablets, and when I went to play, my legs all lead, couldn't move.
Are you sure it was him and it wasn't fucking Gaza and Gio yet?
It was like tablets, but I think I took far too many. I can't remember what I was reading up. I think it was something, I don't know. But so I went and bought them, and so I felt energy or whatever, but I don't know, I took too much, my body felt...
Was this a reserve game or a first team game?
Resi game.
Alright, that doesn't count, it's not a fucking debut.
Didn't make a debut.
Did you not play a game for MK Dons?
I just sub, no didn't start.
Well, that's a debut,
Did you come on?
I came on, That wasn't... I've never really had a bad debut, as in, I've not really had a shocker.
What about your air debut?
Air debut? I was brilliant.
Where?
Mm-hmm.
Who were you playing?
Can't remember. You must have had a shocking debut, all the clubs you have played with.
When I went back to Motherwell on loan, actually. My debut second time around, I got whipped at half time.
Did you?
Aye, but fucking Stephen Robson hung me out to dry a wee bit, to be fair.
Oh, he dumped.
Basically, I wasn't fit enough to play. I'd only sort of just went to Motherwell when I hadn't been obviously playing or training at I think it was Aston Villa. And I'd only been there for maybe a week or something, just starting to build up my fitness. And he pulled me in literally right before the game. We were playing Ross County in the Scottish Cup, and he knew my character. I was never going to say no if he asked me if I was good to play. So he's like, pulled me in, he's like, well, got to start you today, innit? Get your good old that out of you. You alright with that? I was like, in the back of my head I'm thinking, I'm fucking not ready to start here. But then I'm thinking, adrenaline will get us through surely. So I ended up starting it, and fucking took me off at half time.
Wow.
Didn't even say anything to me.
Did you give me 20 grand?
That joke Saturday was so good.
Oh god. Where's that game for? Who the fuck's made that up?
I got the best headline.
Get an audio recording it.
They fuck.
Imagine. I know I do record.
I would need to.
Hey, you've got 20 grand on you.
I'd need to authenticate if I heard that. Fucking hell.
What do you think's the worst headline? Mine or his?
Oh, that's good. I would say his.
That's fucking genius.
Any bad debuts, Andy?
Nah, not that I can think of. To be fair, I've scored on a few of my debuts.
It must be a great feeling, that.
Hearts debut scored, Rangers debut scored, Blackpool debut scored. Nah, it's not really.
No.
Wee fella.
It's a Swindon debut man of the match. Portsmouth debut man of the match.
Fuck
Sorry.
off.
Swear to it, it's what to it. We got beat for 1, but I got man of the match. And Dundee, no bad, good debut as well. Started well at Dundee, mate, first 5 games, got injured, then I was shite after
How
that.
can you get man of the match getting beat 4-1?
I know. But
Was
they
that
need to
like
give
a
somebody
home
home
team or
game, mate.
something? Right, okay.
Mate, his own goal v Charlton is one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
The funniest is when the camera
reaction.
goes out.
Please watch it, anybody at home.
Boys, sense it.
Like, I can't remember what it was.